All right, folks, I wanted to talk a little bit about the controversy surrounding New York Congressman-elect George Santos. Now, George Santos is taking a lot of heat right now because it's come out that some things that he claimed on the campaign trail about his background are not true. So, from the New York Post here, it says Long Island Rep elect George Santos came clean to the Post on Monday, admitting that he lied on the campaign trail about his education and work experience, but insisting that the controversy won't deter him from serving out his 2-year term in Congress. I am not a criminal, Santos said at one point during his exclusive interview. This controversy will not deter me from having good legislative success. I will be effective. I will be good. Santos's professional biography was called into question earlier this month after the New York Times reported that he misrepresented the number of claims, including where he attended college and his alleged employment history with high profile Wall Street firms. My sins here are embellishing my resume. I'm sorry, Santos said Monday. Santos confessed he had never worked directly for Goldman Sachs and Citigroup, chalking that fib up to a poor choice of words. The 34-year-old now claims instead that a company called Linkbridge, where he worked as a vice president, did business with both of the financial giants. I will be clear about that. It was stated poorly, Santos said of the lie. At Linkbridge, Santos said he helped make capital introductions between clients and investors, and Goldman Sachs and Citigroup were LPS, limited partnerships that his company dealt with. He also admitted that he never graduated from any college, despite previously claiming to have received a degree from Baruch in 2010. I didn't graduate from any institution of higher learning. I'm embarrassed and sorry for having embellished my resume, he said. I own up to that. We do stupid things in life. Well, this is not a good look, obviously, but certainly all of the people criticizing this guy and wanting him to resign and not even wanting to have him sworn in office. Surely they're holding other people to the same standard, right? We'll get to that in a second. My question here is, where the heck was any opposition research on this guy, both from any potential Republican opponents and also on the Democrat side? I mean, did nobody do a simple background check on this guy? Very interesting. Now, as I said before, certainly all of the people criticizing Mr. Santos would hold other members of Congress accountable for lying about their background as well, right? Well, we have everyone's favorite here, AOC, claimed she was raised in a poor neighborhood in the Bronx when in actuality it came out that she was raised most of her life in a place called Yorktown Heights, which is a wealthy suburb in Westchester County, outside of New York City. So, no big deal, right? Another doozy here, Ilhan Omar actually at one point was married to her own brother. Yeah, she was married to her own brother in order to commit some kind of immigration fraud. She's a sitting member of Congress. She's in good standing with the Democrat establishment. You have Connecticut Senator Little Dick Blumenthal here, who at one point, or in several instances over his political career, claimed that he served in Vietnam when he never served in Vietnam. In fact, he was a Marine reservist who never left U.S. soil. Now that seems like a pretty big deal right there. I mean, that's claiming that you fought in a war when you didn't. You know, seems a little bit worse than what George Santos has done. Now, how about the man at top? Surely, if you're going to be president, you can't lie about your background, right? Well, good old Joe Biden, okay, in one of his first run for president in 1987. That's how long this guy's been around. He declared his candidacy on June 9th, 1987. In September, he was accused of plagiarizing a speech by British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock. Also, earlier that year, he had also used passages from a speech by Robert F. Kennedy and a phrase from President John F. Kennedy's inaugural address. In 1985, he used a 1976 passage by Hubert Humphrey. During the campaign, he made several false claims about his early life, including that he had earned 3 degrees in college, that he attended law school on a full scholarship, that he had graduated in the top half of his class, and that he had marched in the civil rights movement. He withdrew from the race on September 23rd, 1987. And that wasn't the end of his political career. No, it wasn't. Going on about a few other things about Joe Biden. He claimed, of course, that he graduated in the top half of his class at Syracuse Law School. In fact, he was 76th in the class of 85. Okay, not too good. He claimed in 2022 that he was arrested for trying to see Nelson Mandela in South Africa. The Washington Post said that was false. In 2021, Joe Biden claimed in Idaho that his first job offer was from a local lumber and wood products business, Boise Cascade. The company has said there's no record of Biden's claim. He also claimed in 2021 that he visited Pittsburgh's Tree of Life Synagogue, where 11 people were murdered in 2018. Biden did speak to the Tree of Life rabbi. However, he never visited the synagogue as he claimed. So we could go on and on here about different politicians. I just wanted to point out a few notable examples of people who are still serving in Congress. And many of them have been reelected. Some of them have gone on to higher office. In the case of Joe Biden, so ideally, should our elected representatives be truthful and honest and upstanding people? Of course they should, but you know George Santos is just going to be one of the guys there. He's going to fit right in. So no, why should he resign? In 2 years when he's up for reelection, maybe the voters will have their say and he'll be done. But no, I don't think he should step aside. What do you all think? Should he step aside? Would you still vote for him when he does run for reelection? Do you think somebody claiming to that they fought in a war that they didn't fight in is a little bit more important than lying about where you worked? Let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.